Welcome to the Swamp, the giant that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Coaches like to say, play the next one on the schedule. This one carries a little more weight, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. And the Gamecocks will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense lining up for a first down play. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this week.
Mr. Two Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
And how does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. This guy can throw it. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Gators will try to move the sticks on 4th down. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. On the ready. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
And this offense chooses to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They'll try the run. Open space at the 25. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the 1st down, and that's all that matters.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. On the option. Now the toss. Got some room headed to the goal line. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
They can really be aggressive after that last play at 2nd and 3. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the 1st down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on 4th. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Get set. The back goes in motion. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Bulls his way forward. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Running backs square their shoulders up. It's when they have the most power. You see him square his shoulders up, break tackles, be strong, continue to plow his way forward, just making it really easy on everybody in this offense by breaking tackles.
They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Quick pass on the jet motion. Inside the 30. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job, nice play call by the offense.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15. They're trying to eat up some clock here. 9th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure coming. And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The Gators will try to convert on 4th down.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, South Carolina 7, Florida 0.
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Leaves it with the back. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Offensive linemen love to run power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
From the gun on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. Finds his man. At the 35, he's open. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm...
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Fair catch, called for and made. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And the Gators racing to the line in a hurry up.
And that's a first down.
Belly stunner. Flair.
Out of the gun, the running back has it.
I think the offensive coordinators out there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Now facing a 3rd and long. The option look. He'll toss it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Gators are moving quickly down the field. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Really nice, patient job to find some running room by this junior.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, there's the ball. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run, and you open it up for the passing game.
He's got it again. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators! Ready to try the point after. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Welcome to the Swamp, home of the Florida Gators, and we've long been told it is here that only the Gators get out alive. This is one of those benchmark opportunities for both teams, a mid-season top 10 showdown. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the South Carolina Gamecocks, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Gamecocks will kick it away to start. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Well, this is kind of weird. They're not even going to try to run a play. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After not getting a thing done on first down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. And down to a knee? I guess that's one option. And the running game has been going in the wrong direction. They'll try to get their first positive play of the drive here on 3rd down. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. The Gators decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. They'll throw it on first down. He's going for it all. And he's got it inside the 10. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. He wants to throw it. Hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
Rommel's ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
Man, that D-tackle is a freak athlete. Did you see him come out of his stance and beat the offensive lineman, getting to the running back? Cat-like quickness.
And the Gators line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He's got great speed. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown Gamecocks. A dynamic, explosive return. The sliver of daylight exploding through it, just vaporizing and reappearing on the other side and housing it.
And punt returners are so quick, you can play touch football in an elevator with them and lose. You can't even get your hand on. They're so quick, so elusive. Does such a great job making people miss, but still going full speed up the field to get all the way to the end zone and score the TD.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
South Carolina, 14. Florida, 0.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They'll go to the ground. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. They say all games count the same, but you get to this portion of the season and a chance to win a top 10 battle like this carries a little extra weight.
And whoever keeps the top 10 number beside their name after this game will have earned it.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And what a huge play for this offense after that great run. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. It's complete to the left.
And that's a really good example of a quarterback and his intended target both being on the same page. The timing was almost perfect on that play. That's why they were able to convert the 3rd down, now setting up 1st and goal.
And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Cal. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
It was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. It's caught downfield. All kinds of running room. The 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. That touchdown grabbed the 25th of his career.
Not surprising either. When you've got this guy's ability at that position, quarterbacks are going to be looking for you. 25 touchdown catches, that's an impressive feat.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys that have been so big time. Big time moments, clutch plays, makes those contested catches. He's a guy that can do everything, and that's why he's putting up such great stats.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Belly stunner. 10.
The give to the tailback. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the grab on the left. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Wide out in motion. And the ball's loose in the backfield. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
I'll tell you what, that one stings a little bit. You're trying to get a drive together, trying to get some points to dig out of your hole. Now you turn it over right before the half. All the momentum shifts straight to the other side.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ball still at the 45 after the incompletion. They'll snap it 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. This one's complete. Got room at the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Gators. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And he tacks on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Here he comes from inside his own 5.
couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. DBs will try to keep everything in front. They're bringing heat. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Oftentimes, defenses see empty sets, and that's when they want to dial up pressure, knowing there's no extra bodies back there to protect the quarterback. They were able to get to him on that one, and that's why the ball was incomplete.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Now on the option. They'll knock him down, and that will take us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Gators will kick it off to start the second half. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. He'll call for the fair catch here. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Ball security going to be paramount this time, Jesse.
Yeah, and sense of urgency, too. They're trailing in this game right now. The turnover wasn't great, so, David, they really got to be able to put something positive together on this run.
Put something positive together, be aggressive, but don't be reckless. Can't have any more of those turnovers.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. And the Gators want to crank the tempo. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 4th down, going to the air. Fires complete on the crosser. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
They'll give it to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And you got to focus, right? The first thing you're looking at as a defensive lineman, the first thing you understand is the ball starts with a snap count. I have to line up, see the ball. When the ball moves, I move. I know it's simple, but you still see guys jumping off sides all the time.
Here's the handoff. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. This quarterback part of their running game. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, South Carolina! The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the 2nd half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead, now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
28, Florida, 14.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Gators sending the offense back to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Gators want to move quickly.
Nice play design on that one to make it easy for your quarterback, too, because it's easy to see what's happening right in front of you. Over the middle of the field, you can see where defenders are dropping. You can see where the soft spots are in zone coverage. And just a really nice job by the QB locating this guy and making an accurate throw.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. They'll try to get it through the air. Gets it out quickly. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. The Gators are on the move. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. 1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. They'll try to get it in with the run. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Here comes the option. Oh, and he can't hold the pitch, and the ball's loose. Now, look what I found.
I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Well, you'd think this would be a very makeable field goal attempt, but they're going to go for it on 4th down. Looking for the score. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it. You can tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, South Carolina 28, Florida.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. Power football with the run. Picks his way ahead, pick up of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line. 3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game.
Well, you're up by 2 possessions in the 4th quarter. They're hoping with that conversion they ice the game. They don't get it. Feels like they're going to win, but we've seen crazy things happen in college football, and they've left the door open here late. Let's see what happens.
To the air on 1st down. Escapes the sack. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Touchdown, Florida! And here they come, almost all the way back. That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they need. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. Looking to throw. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he's coming out of the end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We'll see if that failed 4th down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that 1st down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
It's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it. And all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. From the gun, to give, looking for room.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They'll run the option. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And Artie, it's completely changed the game. Like now it's 11-on-11 football. The quarterback used to hand it off and stand there and watch the play. Now he's very much involved in the play. He's running the football so much, and even when he's not, he's making somebody go with him and cover him. So the quarterback scrambling, the quarterback running has completely changed the way people play defense.
Maybe some confusion on the snap count there. That's maybe what caused the false start. Either way, the offense is penalized. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, running back gets to give. Tackle is made after the first down. And the Gators in the hurry up. They'll run the option. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense. Offense, quick tempo. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they are going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time is of the essence if this offense is going to make a play. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Quarterback checking the play. Gotta have it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have a 4th down conversion.
Calling a timeout here, you have to avoid making a mistake in this situation. On the option. The pitch. And they'll ride him down, but not before he picked up the 1st down. And how about the timing on that pitch? Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Wants to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
A run for the quarterback. Smashes through. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets it.
Second down.
QBs that can run completely change your game plan. I mean, every single bit of it. You have to understand, now as a pass rusher, I got to keep him in the pocket. I got to understand all the zone read concepts and the power read, the jet read, all the different things they can do to you. So, having a guy back there at the helm that can run the football, you better be alert of it from the first play to the end of the fourth quarter.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Still looking, on the move. He'll throw one to his right. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Just going to keep it after the snap. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The 2-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. After scoring that touchdown, they'll try to get it right back with an onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick and they get it right back.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead, you're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside, but I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarding.
From the gun, the ground game. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
And that's exactly what I want from my offense. Like, listen, they're out of timeouts. I want this clock to tick. Now, we have seen some college coaches across college football continue to run the football and also give up the football and give a gift to the other team. This one's over if I just take a knee.
They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down.
Ooh, I like that option play. I'd keep running that, too, because it's obvious. The defense right now is really keying in on this running back. That was a big point of emphasis for them all week long in practice, and it's opening up holes now for the quarterback to run.
Quickly complete. He's off to the races. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. They'll run it on 1st and goal. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't work on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 8. Looking downfield, it's Blue. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Well, look what we have here, guys. After all the early season doubts, these guys have put together a winning streak.
They sure have. Man, they're just believing in themselves right now. This is a completely different looking team than what we saw early in the year. They're playing with so much more confidence. And David, when you start making plays, you start stringing W's together, that's a